Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving deep into the origins of one of the most iconic races in anime history, the Saiyans from Dragon Ball. From what was somewhat of a humble beginning on planet Sadala to their rise as fierce warriors, the Saiyan race is as fascinating as it is complex. So let's break down everything you need to know about the origin of the Saiyan race, their culture, and how they became a central force in the Dragon Ball universe. Planet Sadala is the original homeworld of the Saiyan race in the Dragon Ball universe, with its history varying between universes. In Universe 7, Planet Sadala was destroyed due to internal conflict among the Saiyans, whose aggressive nature and constant fighting led to a civil war that ultimately caused the destruction of the planet. The surviving Saiyans then migrated to planet Plant, where they overthrew the native Tuffles and renamed the planet as Planet Vegeta. The backstory highlights the destructive tendencies of the Saiyan race and sets the stage for the events of Dragon Ball Z. Violent tendencies and expansionist drive of the Saiyan race in Dragon Ball are not just elements of fiction. They mirror real historical patterns seen in powerful civilizations throughout history, such as the British Empire, the Mongols, the Romans, and the Vikings. Much like the Saiyans, these civilizations were driven by a belief in their own superiority, which justified their expansion and conquest across vast territories. In all these cases, whether it be the British Empire, the Romans, the Mongols, the Vikings, or the Saiyans, the drive to conquer was deeply rooted in cultural beliefs, environmental pressures, and a strong group identity. These civilizations justified their expansionist ambitions through a belief in their superiority and a desire to impose their will on others. The psychological dynamics of violence and group identity further fueled their conquest, leading to cycles of violence that were accepted and even celebrated as part of their identity. The Saiyan narrative in Dragon Ball serves as a fictional reflection of these historical patterns, demonstrating that the drive for power and conquest is a theme that transcends both time and reality. In Universe 6, however, Planet Sadala remains intact and serves as a thriving homeworld of a more benevolent Saiyan race that focuses on protecting others rather than conquering. These Saiyans lack tails, which suggests an evolutionary divergence from the Universe 7 counterparts, reflecting their more peaceful nature. In Dragon Ball Super, Vegeta expresses interest in visiting Planet Sadala in Universe 6 after learning about it from Kaba. The concept of Planet Sadala was first introduced in Dragon Ball Super during the Universe 6 vs. Universe 7 tournament arc. This was Chapter 8 of the Dragon Ball Super manga. The planet is known for its harsh conditions and extreme gravity, likely 10 times that of Earth, similar to what King Kai mentioned about Planet Vegeta. Now, this intense environment played a crucial role in shaping the Saiyans into these formidable warriors that had this survival of the fittest mentality. After the destruction of Planet Sadala, the surviving Saiyans eventually set their sights on Planet Plant. Now, this was a world already inhabited by the technologically advanced Tuffles. The Saiyans, driven by their warrior instinct and gifted with the ability to transform into these great apes under a full moon, initiated a brutal conflict with the Tuffles. This war, known as the Saiyan Tuffle War, lasted for 10 years. Despite the Tuffles' advanced technology, the Saiyans' sheer strength and their devastating great ape transformation gave them the upper hand. The war culminated in the Saiyans' victory, leading to the near total annihilation of the Tuffle race. In the aftermath, the Saiyans renamed the planet after their leader, King Vegeta, solidifying their reputation as fierce planet-conquering warriors, and that marked the beginning of a new era for the Saiyans, one where they would go on to conquer other planets and sell them to the highest bidder under Frieza's rule. Saiyan culture is fundamentally centered around the value of strength and combat ability, making power the ultimate determinant of a Saiyan's worth in their society. From the moment they're born, Saiyan infants are subjected to rigorous testing to assess their potential battle power. These power levels, measured by scouters, dictate their future roles within the Saiyan hierarchy. Infants who display exceptionally high power levels are immediately recognized as elites and are groomed to become the strongest warriors, taking on the most prestigious and challenging missions. On the other hand, those with lower power levels are typically deemed low-class Saiyans. These individuals are often assigned to conquer weaker planets or undertake less glorious roles, such as serving under more powerful Saiyans or being sent to hostile environments as a form of exile or to prove their worth through survival. Despite the apparent rigidity of this social structure, where one's worth is almost entirely determined by their power level at birth, Saiyans who demonstrated extraordinary strength regardless of their initial standing could potentially rise through the ranks by proving themselves in battle. However, weakness was never tolerated. Saiyans prided themselves on being the strongest beings in the universe, and any sign of frailty was met with disdain. This intense focus on strength and survival of the fittest was a core aspect of their identity, and it shaped their culture into one that was harsh, competitive, and unyielding. This pride in their strength became even more pronounced under the rule of Frieza, a tyrant who exploited the Saiyans' warrior culture for his own ends. Frieza recognized the Saiyans' potential as soldiers and used them to conquer planets which he would sell to the highest bidder. Despite being under Frieza's control, the Saiyans continued to value strength above all else, even though their warrior pride was manipulated to serve a tyrant. The willingness to serve under Frieza, despite his oppressive rule, was largely due to their respect for his overwhelming power, which they couldn't match. However, this arrangement was always tenuous, as the Saiyans harbored a deep-seated desire to overthrow Frieza and reclaim their independence, a desire that would ultimately lead to their downfall when Frieza, fearing their potential rebellion, destroyed Planet Vegeta. The details of Saiyan culture and the hierarchy of their society are first explored in Dragon Ball Z, particularly in the Saiyan saga and the Frieza saga. Testing of infants and the importance of power level are referenced in chapter 197 of the Dragon Ball manga, which revealed that Goku, born with a low power level, was sent to Earth because he was considered a low-class Saiyan. The broader aspects of Saiyan culture, including their pride and strength in their relationship with Frieza, are expanded upon in various flashbacks and explanations throughout the Frieza saga, especially when Vegeta reflects on his upbringing and the fate of his race. Okay, friends, that's enough for today. Next week, we will continue this deep dive into the history of the Saiyan race. Until then, continue to push your limits. Hit the like and subscribe button if you want to support our channel. Check us out on Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube Music. And until next time, see you later, my friends.